Do you like blood? How about if a character spits out blood? How about if a character is covered in blood? How about if two characters are covered in blood? How about if a basement floor is completely sprayed with blood? How about if an elevator is filled with blood? Do you like it? Then I have a movie to sell you. This was a fun movie if you like to watch the undead. I want to highlight Alyssa Sutherland's performance in this movie. It was both scary and funny, and her makeup was done really well as well. They didn't skimp on any of the effects. The makeup told a story of her getting progressively more undead as the film went on. Overall, the acting in this movie was pretty solid. All three kids were good, and that is kind of hard for me usually because I am not a big fan of kids in movies. I don't think a lot of them have calm performances. The directing was really on point. Cronin did a great job of keeping our attention throughout the course of this film. There's a sequence where we look through a fisheye lens of a door to look outside onto the corridor, and everything about the sequence was so well done. It was funny, there was horror, the blocking was really good, and it was very entertaining and thrilling at the same time. This movie does a lot of horror movie tropes, but they just own it. And I have this friend who's a horror filmmaker who would have loved to have been the first to fill up an elevator full of blood, and he's probably going to be pissed about this because he didn't get to do it first. I'm not going to give away the ending, but the ending is as violent as the movie deserves it to be. And most horror movies these days do a cold open where they give you a bunch of scares before they introduce the main characters of the film, and this movie does that as well. What I liked about it was this movie actually ties back the cold open at the very end of the film, and I appreciated that they gave it that touch of not just giving us some scares but tying it into the story of this movie. This movie was a fun watch. I would give it a 4 out of 5 for the specific genre of the violent undead. I think it's going to age really well. Guys, do you want to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe buttons right there? I'm sure you can find it. Can you find it? Cool, thank you.